Hey, realized traders. This is the professor coming at you. This is going to be your setup for TradingView. Hopefully, you've signed up for an account at this point and you haven't paid yet, because I think you can operate out of the free version for now until you're ready and feel more familiar. Then we can talk about committing to one of the subscriptions that they have for both indicators and also for live data. And we'll come and talk to you about that at some point. But this would be a really good time for us to set up your charts together. That way your charts look like ours and we know how to use indicators and how they affect our trading. So when you first log in, you should be able to open up a ticker, aka a company, and you should naturally navigate to Apple. Yours should look like this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about time frames, right? So each candle is going to represent a certain time frame. Right now I'm on the 5 minute. I don't know which one you're on right now, but if you look on top here, you should be able to click and just see all the time frames that are enabled for you. If you're on the free version, you might not have access to the 2 minutes, which is okay. We use the 2 minutes for certain times, 5 minutes, so go ahead and favorite that. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that's clicking that star button, that's going to favorite it. 30 minutes, 1 hour, and lastly 1 day, right? So all of our time frames are going to pop up right here. Yours will also look like this. This is regular trading hours. That means you're not looking at pre-market or post-market, and those data are actually important to us. Seeing how the stock interacts with those levels will kind of give us a decent picture of what's going on. So let's enable those hours with a right click, going down to settings, going to symbol. So make sure we are on either the 5 or 10 minute. I've done this multiple times before where it just doesn't show up for some reason. Make sure you are on anything that's not a daily. So 2 hour, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, any of those are fine. We're going to go to settings. We're going to click on symbol and then session. It shows regular trading hours. We need to go ahead and extend that to trading hours. And then because I am in Los Angeles, I'm going to set my time zone to Los Angeles. If you want to be synchronized with us, you could do that, or you could do one that you're already at right now. So that's the first thing. You already have one indicator that's defaulted onto your trading view, and that's volume, so we'll leave that as that. We're going to add our first indicator together. That's going to be VWAP. So we're going to type in average, volume weighted average price. All right, give you a second to type that down. You can favorite it with a star on the side. I favorite mine right here, and this one has no author because this one is directly from TradingView. So we'll click that. It'll give you something that might not look like this because you might have a couple lines. So let's go ahead and let's make yours look like mine. We're going to go to the left here next to our indicators. We have volume and VWAP right now. Put our mouse over VWAP. We're going to go over to settings. Settings will be able to take out the bands multiplier. So that bands multiplier is going to take out your other lines on top and bottom, and we'll only look at VWAP. For your style, a lot of people use purple. You could use white. Use any color you want. I kind of like it medium size. If you want, you can increase the thickness of it. Medium size is fine. So VWAP, let's go over this indicator, is volume weighted average price. It's a good indicator to show how many participants are buying and selling and where that is relative to everyone else. And because it is volume weighted, that means the more volume we get in a certain direction, the more this line will tilt or will go in that direction. So the general rule of thumb is if you're underneath VWAP, that means sellers are in control. That means we wouldn't want to bet underneath VWAP to go long, because sellers are in control. That means we do not have the best probability to go up. Granted, anything can happen, it can go up, but just in terms of probability, you want to go with the best odds. So if we're underneath VWAP, you like to look for the downside. And then vice versa, if we're on top of VWAP, that means buyers are in control. That means there's a good chance that buyers may push the price up. And note the language that I am using. Nothing is for certain in trading. We do not move or control the market. Anything could happen, but we just talk in terms of probability. So that's VWAP. That's the purple line. We're going to add in one more indicator. We're going to go to moving average. It's simple. So type in moving average simple. So I'm going to leave that up there for a second, and go ahead and star that one too. For this one, there's certain numbers that you can use with this one. We use the 200 moving average. As you refine this, I'll talk to it. That means that it just gives an average of the past 200 candles. So let's add that in. We're going to go to our settings. We're going to edit it just like before. First things first is me and Johnny, we do like to make it orange. And I would prefer you make yours orange. You can pick any color you want, as long as it's not green, as long as it's not red, as long as it's not the VWAP line, VWAP color. We do like this one super thick, just that way it pops and it's clearly distinguishable between VWAP. And we also like to make this circles. Line is cool too, but circles would be better, especially when we zoom in. Just easier for the eyes to read. So this 200 acts as an indicator to tell us what not to do. We just don't like to challenge the 200. So that means if we're, again, underneath the 200, we don't want to go long. We're looking for the short side. And if we're on top of the 200, we're not looking to go short. We're looking more to the upside. And if at any point you're caught between the two, the best thing to do is nothing, because you don't want to be a part of this battle. You want to see what happens and kind of put yourself in a better position. So that's VWAP. We also have, let's add in opening range break. So type in ORB and then opening range break by ZZZ Crypto 123. Go ahead and star that one too. That one's going to give you some funky options, but I'll help you set it up. So let's go to settings for ORB. Let's change the input from 9:30 to 9:45. And this is going to be 15 minutes. Alright, so one more time. The total minutes is going to be 15 from 9:30 to 9:45. Somehow it's defaulted to Eastern time, so even though our clock says 6:30 because we're looking down here, it is defaulted to the Eastern time. So ORB gives you the range of your first 15-minute price action, right? So we're on the 5 minutes. So here's 5, 10, 15, 3 candles here. The top of the 3 candle is here. The bottom of the 3 candle is here. ORB prevents us from getting chopped out. There are going to be times when it's just sitting in ORB. Let's pull back to this day. Oh, this beautiful, beautiful day. Look how we never broke ORB, and all we did was chop, 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 just walk sideways and just waste everyone's time. So this is really big for us as traders to not be involved in this chop action, because not only does it take our financial resources, it takes our mental resources as well. So that's ORB. We kind of use it as a way to be patient, to let that form, and then see which direction the stock picks and moves. And I think that's going to be the last indicator we go through for now. Volume, you can kind of see on the bottom. We can't talk about volume actually. So volume's right here. There's a number right here. So when I put my mouse over a certain candle, that volume number changes. Volume is how many transactions were done within that time frame. So we're looking at the 5 minute right here. That means there was 1.33 million transactions of Apple at 6:30 on Friday. That is, and Apple is what, 230 a share. So that means that is literally 200 million plus, 230 million plus share value of Apple being transacted within that 5 minutes. That just goes to show you how big, how massive this volume is, and how we as day traders, we do not affect this, right? We are retail traders. We cannot move Apple or anything for that matter in a manner like this. That means that there are bigger whales trading, and we're just trying to position ourselves to ride the waves that the big whales make, right? That means when a market moves, it doesn't move with you in mind. It moves because there are bigger people with bigger goals in mind. All right, and that's it for our indicator setup and our trading view setup. If you have any question, go ahead and give us a chat or email us. We would love to answer you some questions. And if you're interested in taking on a mentorship program to develop yourself as a trader, and not only develop as a trader, as an independent trader who's profitable, the Realized Trader do provide great opportunities for you to grow as a person and also as a trader. Please check out our website if you have any questions. Thank you.